What's that sound? Hey.
It's time, huh?
Yeah.
It's time. Let's not waste any time.
Yeah.
Masters is over.
Masters is done.
Fly another flag. I think this feels good. Hold over this way.
Yeah.
This way. Over. These kids we go.
Yeah.
Big.
That's it.
That's it. It's over. Arnie.
Well,
It had to be done.
yeah.
Sorry, everybody. Magic Car Path ride here. Oh, watch those cables. You watch those
Yeah.
cables there.
Yeah.
You know?
That's good.
It had to be done. The Masters is over. We're back. Ryan Westfall, Zach Maloche,
So-
Magic Car Path ride. If we didn't tell you already, now you know again.
So-
Welcome, YouTube family.
Yeah. Let's kick it off, man.
Like and subscribe, everybody.
What episode are we on? Like 20...
27 or 28,
something
I
like
think.
that? Cool. Good for us.
Great for us, dude.
Yeah.
Moving along.
Real pros.
Real pros, man.
MacBook pros.
Well, it was a good plunge, too. It's kind of seamless in a way, but I'm glad we did the YouTube plunge, too, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with the Masters. It was, great to do some fun stuff, editing and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But,
No,
But hey.
no surprises. Who comes out with a victory this weekend for Masters? There was about 34 winners from my count. Anywhere from Larry Mize to Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson to Tiger Woods, to Seve Ballesteros to Tiger Woods, to Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods. It was fun, man. They were blasting some good tournaments. ESPN, Golf Channel, it was CBS, everybody. It was cool.
there were some good ones. I watched some. It was funny fact checking after the fact. We would talk about something, and then like that Masters episode would pop up the next couple days or whatever. That was kind of cool.
We should do that in reverse order, probably
Next time.
next night. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Once
next
we,
because we're gonna have that chance in November.
yeah, that's true. We will consummate our professionalism and become consummate professionals.
Well, to be fair, as musicians, rock and roll musicians, I mean, we tend to fly at the seat of our pants.
We're messes.
We're more like, yeah, we could do that, and then we do it, and then we're like, whoa, okay, now we really got to think about it.
That was hard.
That's
Yeah.
just what happens. That's what happens when you write a song. Really, you're just like, let's just go record that song.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounded way better when we just jam it. When you record it, you're like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Some of our better successful songs have been some of our easier, journeys to write. Like, let's just do it. Hey, that works. All right, that's cool. It's a song. And they end up being the popular ones, man.
I love the Dire Straits story.
Knopfler.
The Knopf, dude.
Knopf.
I believe it was Sultans of Swing. The record cut we hear is their demo cut.
Oh.
And it was, tall tale event, just like it happens. I think even Bruce Springsteen has a same story. But anyway,
Back to Sultans, that guitar riff, the guitar
Yeah.
that he lays down.
So-
they probably had a better version collectively, but those licks were on that one, and they went with that
so
one.
check that out. Yeah, so they brought that into the studio. They brought the demo in,
Yeah.
and they re-recorded the song. Everyone was prepared for the album, whatever. Producers, all equal. Boom. This isn't cutting it, and they went with that. So that's the kind of a background story behind that one. That's the kind of knowledge you get here at the Magic Car Path ride.
Way on downtown, they play Creole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Bruce, though, actually. And as I was telling that story, it hit me with the boss. What is it? I'm on Fire. That's
Yeah.
a demo cut. That's one they just couldn't recreate in the studio. So they just went with his demo cut of him in his apartment, just cutting that record with a drum machine.
That is 2 minutes and 8 seconds
whatever.
of absolute fire, dude.
I love that fucking song. Like,
fire. He's on fire.
speaking of Bruce, the boss, that was my first concert ever. 5 years old, I had an ear infection. My mom was like, "You're not going. We can't go." It was at Shoreline. And I was like, "No." I screamed and cried. I was like, "I gotta go."
Didn't you tell me, weren't you the little kid who used to sing Born in the USA when you were like a year old.
Wow, yeah. So that my first studio experience ever, I was about 3 or 4, and I was at my dad's friend's studio, and I remember the mic I sang into and everything. But anyway, they recorded me, and it was just a loop of Born in the USA that he had made on a keyboard and a 4-track, and just looped. And they just had me sing over it. There's a tape somewhere. It's probably lost now, but it literally just sounds like Born USA.
Bro, I
Born
know.
USA. You know, it's
Aren't
great.
you impressed with my deep Meloche knowledge?
That's a good one. That's a deep cut, man, because that is actually my first recording experience, and I remember that heavily, actually. I remember being in that session. That a studio. It was nice. Or it was a home studio. But anyway, so back... Again, the type of knowledge you get on the Magic Car Path ride, you get golf, you get music, you get life.
Grocery shopping.
What do you need?
Yeah.
What do you need
I called him because I went to Lucky's to get some beverages.
Yeah.
Some nourishing beverages.
Yeah.
And thus. And the lines were just... They were ridiculous COVID lines, like, you know, back to the empty lines of toilet paper.
Yep.
And so I had to call him, and he's like, "No, man, Charlie's was perfect.
Chuck, dude.
It came through. They're essential."
Was he wearing his mask and his gloves?
Oh, she was wearing the mask at the counter. You know what I like about that place is that he always says hi when you walk in.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's in the back alley, like the corner of the store. You walk in, he's hi.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
He's like, what's up, man?
Yeah, to everybody. It's good. It's good service. Good people.
Totally. Oh, it's so bummed.
To
Charlie, man. Whenever they get, because unfortunately in the liquor store business, they get robbed now and again. Every time they do, I'm just like, fuck, Charlie. You're such a nice guy to everybody, man. Like, why they got to rush your door like that?
In a nice neighborhood, that's a sketchy little block right there. That's a sketchy block.
That little strip behind there.
Yeah.
I remember we had a party one, or it was like 4th of July, and we walked to the bar when I used to live on that street. We walked by there, and Phil was with us, and he was like, "Hey, you didn't warn me about your street." And I was like, "Fuck, I had no clue." And we got checked the whole way down the street. I was like, "Fuck, I had no clue." It's that little strip. They definitely don't golf. That's for sure. That little block.
Every little zip has its crip, as they say.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know.
If that's
I'm
true.
just gonna coin that, make it up.
But yeah, man. Nonetheless, I hope everyone's doing okay.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's mentals are all right. Somebody asked me today, how's everybody doing? How's your family? I was like, physically, everyone's great. I don't think anyone's doing very well mentally.
There's, it depends, man. If you have let's say that you're like this like couple, and you just like, you just got engaged and you just moved in and you got your own place and you're on vacation. You get trapped in the Florida Keys. Like this actually happened to some people, and they got trapped at this resort, not the Florida Keys, it was like the Maldives. That's where it was, the Maldives, way out in the Indian Ocean. They got trapped, and there wasn't really anything they could do, but the staff couldn't leave because all the airports are shut, and they're just on a deserted island, so they can't really do anything. They had enough food supplied because they're a resort, and it's just everybody else had left and been responsible and gotten out of there before fucking flights got canceled. These fools were just stuck on a tropical island with an endless supply of food at a resort that they had to themselves. So, as long as the COVID lockdown happens for them, everything is good. Everything is good.
That's good.
Yeah. Everybody else, there's a little bit of panic and anxiety and shit to deal with. But
speaking of being kind of stuck, did you hear about Cabrera Bello, dude?
No.
Rafa, dude?
Rafa? No, what happened?
He's still in Florida. He's stuck.
He's stuck in Florida?
He lives in fucking Dubai, man.
What?
I read the thing. He lives in fucking Dubai, and
he
Dubai.
Lives in Dubai.
So what happened was, and it made me think, like, I bet you a couple players ran into this. They had their flights booked out. So from Sawgrass, he was going to go to probably Georgia for the Masters, right? Well, anyway, whatever the fuck happened, Masters gets canceled. He's in Florida. Dubai shuts their doors to incoming flights.
Yeah.
And now he's stuck in Florida. I mean, I'm sure he's fine. He makes millions of fucking dollars, but it's just funny, dude. He's stuck out here.
To put it in perspective of how much money he makes, he has a house in Dubai. That's where he's not from Dubai. The realtor was like, "Here's what we got," and he was like, "You know what? Dubai." That's what happened.
And I could be wrong on that. Like, and now that I'm kind of parroting, but I could have swore something about Dubai, but maybe that's where they came from before to come to Florida. But I know a lot of his family's in Spain and whatnot. But either way, you're not going to Spain, so it doesn't matter. And Dubai. Maybe he thought he could fly to Dubai and then get into Spain, but he missed his window. Maybe if that's the case.
The whole UAE, the whole that area. That I tell you one thing, man. The coolest contrast is the time lapse from 1996. Ian Poulter, shout out to Ian Poulter and his.
It's me, Ian.
It's me, Ian. My pants is $6,000.
Can you see my tips?
He, I have 14 Ferraris. He posted about like a picture that he took out of his plane in 1996 when he arrived in Dubai, and it was the golf course that they just built, and there's fucking nothing. There's like a few buildings and then a bunch of construction because shit just got started getting built, but then it's just a desert. And then 15 years later, not even that many years later, a few years later, and it's just this monstrous downtown mecca of skyscrapers, and it's the most like rapid change of topography for a city that you could ever do with their unlimited, source of income. Just bam, they just built a mega city. And I'm sure a lot of those buildings are kind of vacant, but I'm sure, everybody who has money is just buying up land. And
it's got to be a shit show in the
Raph,
investing world right now.
That's like hearing like Nicolas Cage can't get back to live in one of his castles right now because of lockdown.
Yeah.
Back to Nick and his castles.
Totally. In some more golf, local golf news. There's a golf course that I went out to. I think my 30th birthday is when I started doing the whole like my birthday week or 2 weeks. I'm out. Like I told my lady one day, if you're coming, you're coming. If not, I'm out. Like this is what I got planned out. So we went out to basically Napa area, out in Hidden Valley near Calistoga. Yeah. And there's a place called Twin Pines Casino. And within Twin Pines Casino, which is a fabulous Indian casino, I won a lot of money there, so of course it's fabulous.
Wasn't the mall in Back to the Future Twin Pines Mall?
Yes, it was.
Okay, just making sure.
So anyway, they have a stay and play package, and this is still true to this day. When everything's opened up, Hidden Valley Golf Course, so it's just right past Calistoga. It's like just right up the way from the casino. Great stay and play package. You stay in a casino. They got a great food, great hotel rooms.
How much?
It was like $120, dude, for like 2 nights and 2 or 3 rounds. Like,
the fuck out of here! Really? Is that still? Can we go there now?
We could do that now.
They're probably open right now.
They are closed, but I'm gonna climax to this well, first, that course is amazing. It was awesome. It's damp. It's 110 degrees there at like 8 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only downfall. But it's unlimited golf. You're the only guy out there. But they're building a new golf course out there, like right up the street. I don't know the name. A photographer that I follow, a heavy golf photographer from the Bay Area, went out there and did a piece on it, and it's coming. And it's right up the street from there. So they're gonna have 2 fabulous golf courses out there in Napa, in a time, and where it's at is where they have like a lot of the fires. Yeah. There's the Harbin Hot Springs that are right up there, that are right down the street from that golf course. That all burned down like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That whole golf course was in jeopardy of getting burned down with it literally 2 years ago. It almost all flattened. So for them to now even be building a golf course in a time where golf courses are shutting down, that is amazing and fabulous. Yeah. That is great, dude.
Props to them, man.
Yeah. So I want to
go play there. I want to do that.
Hidden Valley's nice, dude. You get lost, dude. It's the type of place where a bear will come find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see the footage of the bear like playing with his flag stick, that's this type of place it is.
I can't. You know what?
And you're by yourself.
The bear knows. That bear can't come within 6 feet, dude. Social distancing. We're safe.
Dude, and to segue into my next thing too, out there's a pretty gnarly hip on like hole 12 that if we brought our board, no one's there. It's a dope little cart path hip.
Is the cart path smooth? Most of the time, cart paths are pretty fucking rugged.
It's like that. Is it Brad Staba or no? It's the Kenny Anderson where he's doing that back Smith down that like little hip down that little checkered brick thing.
Oh,
it's one of those.
That's
it's
a Skateboarder magazine cover.
Yeah, that one. So it's a hip just like that in the middle of this tee box.
Yeah.
Right. So you can bring that and get that going.
Ooh,
but to segue into that, I wanted to shout out one thing that we forgot to touch on a couple shows ago. Rest in peace, Jeff Grosso.
Did we? I thought we brought it up.
We did not.
Okay, we did not. We should have.
We did not. And I have some other skate news, but yeah, Jeff Grosso shot out longest bowl 50-50s ever.
The best hand plants ever, dude.
Yeah,
his hand plants were epic, dude.
And we don't got to dive into it too much, but historic. If you're a skateboarder, If you don't, do your research. He's pivotal. There was the what's that show? The Thrasher show?
Love Letters.
No, the other. He did Love Letters.
Yeah, that was the one he did.
What's the one? King of the Road, where they went to Grasso's house.
Oh yeah.
And he had his ramp and the whole nine. He had a young 8-year-old son.
He's 51.
Man.
51 years old.
He was 51, yeah.
I mean, and here's the thing. This bothers me about in the skateboard community. Why do you never find out why they died? Or how they died. They died. They never release that information.
Grasso.
There's always
you can kind of do the math, though.
No, you can't
Grasso,
always
you can.
know, because some of them...
I don't want to get into it, but Grasso, you can.
Well, yeah.
For me, yeah. I mean,
Phelps was easy, too.
I guess Phelps was easy, but I heard Phelps died peacefully, playing guitar, on his couch. But God only knows what old Phelps he was up to.
Phelps was...
Rest in peace of the fucking Phelps, man.
Both of those guys are legends, man.
They really are, man.
Grasso was just amazing.
They lived rough to pay the way for everybody else, bro. Yeah. I mean, that's just straight up.
Nice. Phelps was a complete asshole, but Grasso was just a really nice guy.
Yeah, sweetheart, dude. So shout out to him and his family. On some lighter news in the skateboarding industry, I read today, and someone correct me on Twitter or YouTube, and maybe even you, but Tony Hawk to Vans.
Vans has been picking up some heaters, man. They got Reynolds.
Didn't see that. Well, there you go. Birdhouse.
So
it's Hawk. Birdhouse, Hawk.
Oh, easy transition. There you go.
And once you got Reynolds, Hawk's coming. Okay.
Well, that, I mean...
So I just wanted to shout that out, but that makes sense.
What shoes was Hawk rocking? Lakai? He was on Lakai for a while.
He was he owned Lakai or whatever.
I thought so.
Yeah, something like that.
Tony Hawk, man. You know what?
That's great, dude.
There's one dude I follow, and I should be able to shout him out, but it don't matter. On Instagram, one of the little skate clip posting guys, and he every once in a while he shows Street Hawk. I love Street Hawk, dude. Street Hawk busted out on some like stairs, handrails, flip trick to slides down little mini hubbas.
Right.
Street Hawk back in the mid-90s, dude, he crushed it, bro. I like Street Hawk. I like when a transition dude goes out of his element. But speaking of going out of our element, back to golf a little. I wanted to shout out Nick Taylor, man. Happy birthday. Nick Taylor.
Saw the IG. Boy. Check us out on Instagram.
Yeah.
Magic Cart Path Ride.
Yeah.
Or was it Magic_Cart Path_?
And it's just Magic Cart. Yeah, I mean.
You'll find us, though.
Yeah,
we're the only. We're one of a kind.
I didn't want to put all the fucking the words together, man. I wanted to space so you could see it.
Flashy, man.
Yeah, gotta keep
You'll find us.
Yeah.
But anyway.
We're linked up. But anyways, yeah,
Nicky Taylor, man.
Yeah, and it brought me back to Pebble a little bit, man. It brought me back to Pebble, and it was just so nice.
Did my comment last week kind of linger to you a little bit about Pebble?
Yeah, it did, man. Is there going to be a Pebble next year, or even if there is, are we going to be going? Here's the thing. I think yes. I think as long as there's a tournament being played, we are the essentials. Laser people, volunteers are the essentials to provide stats and all that for their,
Fuck, maybe we'll get a cheaper house.
So the crazy thing is we might be there and the pros might be there, but there might be 0 patrons.
That would be baller.
How insane would that be?
That'd be good.
That'd be fun when I drive around. I'd just be, I won't have to worry about people.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about the crowds blocking your view when you're driving around.
You know what the most fun thing though is hip checking people, like coming within a few inches. It's safe. I never made contact with anybody.
Yeah, but they got to get out of the way. Yeah.
But they don't see you, and to get the little they're like, oh shit, or didn't see you.
They got their cigar. They got to do this one.
Hey, yeah. Well, duck and dodge, and it's fun. Cheers, Pebble.
Cheers to Pebble, man. You know what? Shout out to Big Sweets. Big fan of the show.
Yeah.
Big supporter. He showed me.
We love sweets.
They'll be up
J.
later,
Raj.
but he got me into the Funko Pops thing. It's probably one of the fucking weirdest things I do.
Funko Pops?
The Funko Pops.
It's like a stuffed animal collection?
There's those little bobbleheads. It's like the new version of bobbleheads. Well, the reissues of something from back in the day, but they're bobbleheads.
My boy he collected those. Shout out to Matt Young. What up, V5?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, he had a pretty solid collection.
So yeah, it's a big craze. So Sweet's turning me on to him. Someone gifted. I've bought some for other people.
Right.
I've bought one or two, but I have Funko Pops. So I have a Prince one. I have so the first one I ever got, someone gifted me a Jerry Garcia one.
Okay.
So I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And he has a bunch, right? So fast forward, I got Prince. I got, who else I got up there? I got a bunch, right? And then someone gave me Jim and Pam for me and my lady from the office.
Wow.
So then now it started growing. And
you got a good collection.
So the latest collection I've gotten from it, and I think shout out to Sweets. I think he hooked me up with one of them, and I bought one of them on pre-order. But the Caddyshack shit came out.
Ooh.
So I have Rodney Dangerfield and Ty Webb, right? And
I posted a little
Chevy Chase.
Ty Webb.
Shout out to the Ty Webb and Danny.
Yeah.
And then, but dude, so Big Sweet sent me this today. Funko Pops is putting out an Arnie and Jack back in the day. So it's Jack with those plaid white pants with the shirt, and then it's Arnie. I'll pull it up in a second to show you. And I'll post it for people to see because
you know where those need to go?
Stuff,
like right here, dude.
Yeah,
right
I got a
here.
shelf. I'm gonna put up all the Funko stuff. So I got Jerry. I got a bunch of people. There's a bunch I don't even remember. Yeah. It's not a lot. I got like maybe 8, 10 at the most, but it's cool. What's cool about the Pops I have? It's stuff people are like, when they see it, they're like, my buddy Malosh is gonna love this if I get him that. So that's what's cool about them. It's like I got a Prince one. The Prince one is pretty dope. I was pumped on that one. But so yeah, man, shout out to that. If
Purple Rain, man.
Keeping it golf and Masters, it's the total Masters look back in the day, the '60s look from Arnie and Jack. So it's pretty dope, dude.
So speaking of the Masters, wait, the Masters. Well, no. All right.
We got to
throttle. All right.
It's over. It's over. The
Flags
weekend's
down.
over. Yeah.
Flags down.
Anyway,
I got a question. No. I wanted to tell you the Masters. Did you know that this existed? Because I didn't want to say bored, but I don't want to play another season to get back to the Masters. Because now the Masters buzz is over.
Did you cheat?
The golf game. No. I'm just kind of over it. You know.
Oh.
That's why I've been playing the Skate 3 video game and making dumb little videos on that shit now. Welcome back to that obsession. Hashtag Skate 3. Hashtag.
Check my channel.
Check my channel. Make videos. Yeah, your beats are gonna be featured. No, but they have a Tiger Woods 2014 Masters Special Edition where you could play in black and white as like fucking Walter Hagen and Gene Sarazen back in the day. And I looked it up. I'm like, oh snap! I need to get me that. Go on eBay. 50 something bucks for a used pre-owned version PS3. So this video game is.
That's legit.
Yeah, I haven't got it yet.
I need a new PS3, so that works. Here they are, man.
There's your Funko Pops.
The Arnie and the Jack, though. Those are legit.
That's clean.
Those are fucking legit, dude.
Oh, he's got that. That's the outfit that Rory copied with his
Nike. Right.
And that's Jack's classic Tiger Woods or classic Masters
I'll put it up
86.
for everybody to see. That's gonna be hard to zoom in and out, but yeah, dude. Oh, it blanked out too. So yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna have to get that. Sweets wants to John Daly.
You might be able to play Tiger versus Arnie at Masters on that edition, man. I need to get my hands on that.
So is that the one that had the? Yeah, that's the one where you can be anybody. That's the one that had the commercial where they're fighting in the airplane hangar.
Is that the one?
Yeah, you can be like Walter Hagen on that one.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's the like Masters.
Yeah.
Ultimate or
14.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said the name. Anyway.
Dude, should I get that? That's ridiculous.
You should, because that's the next step up, and it's more fun. You can be whoever, you can play whoever, and I think there's a course builder in there too, bro.
Yeah.
You can build a golf course.
Yeah. I'm gonna snatch it up before this is airwaves because somebody else will steal my idea, and there's only one left, I think.
I'd be more pumped in the course builder thing. You know what's funny is
could I go online and play you if you were to have the same game while I'm at home and you're at home? Can you do that?
Not on PS3. The PS3 server's down, so we can't do that.
What is this, Nambia? Why can't we get our shit together?
We can on WGT if you make a WGT account on our phone.
No.
I'm rocking. I play Paul Padilla.
Really?
Yeah. No, we get down, man. I play PD in Texas. We get down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. And I'll tell you what, the graphics on WGT, as slow as it is, because it's all Wi-Fi and you got to wait for things, it's way better than playing Tiger and stuff. It's like they use a GPS fucking...
Now is the time, bro. Now is the time to do all that. Now is the time to do what we're doing with this. You know, everybody on their Facebook accounts and their songs that they're singing, and it's what a perfect time to... TikTok is blowing up yet again. It blew up and then it calmed down. Now it's blowing up again because people are doing hashtag quarantine shit and just.
I wonder how their stocks are doing right now.
Oh yeah, my wife wants me to do some dance that we have to do. I have to like I'll like hold her up on my hips or something and squat around like a turkey or something. I don't
Are you
know.
gonna do the A-Rod? Can you do the horse one where she bows her head like she's like you're like riding a horse and she just goes like that?
Oh man,
Me and my lady are gonna do that one probably.
probably are gonna have
Tell
to
about
do
the
that,
horse one, dude.
especially now that you said it. I mean, there's so many, man.
Oh, it's
They're
on
just,
now.
they never stop, dude.
You know what'd be dope is if you get some hockey gear and your lady gets some hockey gear, and then me and my lady versus your lady.
Oh, my lady cannot rush a puck. Bless her sweet soul.
She can't rush a puck.
No, she'd just be like, ah! Like as soon as the ball or the puck or anything that she's playing with comes near, she'll just be out. Like Michael J. Fox in a standing still contest, bro. Not gonna happen.
Dude, before we make the turn here, I meant to bring this up, but speaking of your lady in her motherland, did you hear what the crazy guy in the Philippines said about this?
Who, Duarte? Yeah, though that he's just
Just gonna kill everybody. Like if he sees you out in the lockdown, the military has the access to just shoot.
Who's
you.
that guy? Don't matter. Pah, dude.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, you're move. Oh, we said lockdown.
lockdown.
Lockdown
Yeah.
means you'll die if you don't lock down. Shout out to the Philippines.
Not to be confused with Shakedown, the Glenn Fry
Not to be confused with Shakedown Street.
song. Yeah. Oh, Shakedown. Yeah. Grateful Dead. Yeah.
They
Cheers,
say technically nothing ain't shaking right now on Shakedown Street.
Sponsored
that's for sure.
by Quarantine.
C Void
Yeah.
or C Vod, whatever the hell.
So I got a question for you, man. Speaking of lockdown.
Yeah, we got a little bit before the turn here. We got.
All right. Here's the question. I'm gonna steal this. I'm gonna blatantly rip this off from Tom Tolbert, KMBR, your famous friendly voice, Tom Tolbert,
Warrior.
Ex-Warrior. Yeah.
Arizona State.
Here's the question: we right now we're on lockdown. We're at our house. We can't go to restaurants. Can't go play sports. Can't go to the park. Do any of that shit. Can't go to movies. The list goes on. And we have no sports. No sports to watch. Nothing that's happening. If you could choose to have lockdown be released but still have no sports, or get sports back and still be on lockdown, which would you choose? Think about that, because
no, I feel you.
I mean, let's say this is only going to be for the next month or two, right?
I could already tell you right now. Yeah, continue though, but I can tell you right now.
What's yours?
Sorry, yeah, no, yeah. I would say, I mean, if you release it, then no sports yet.
Yeah.
If you don't release it, sports with no people. Straight up, but sports with no people means that people are panicking and they're just trying to get something out there. Like, don't rush it.
Well, you're thinking too pragmatically about it, because let's just say that the shit's under control to the point, like it's just it's not a real life situation, hypothetical, but it'd be interesting to just have sports on and be able to chill at your house and be on quarantine and not have to go anywhere and be able to watch fucking golf tournaments and baseball games, because there'd be baseball games on and basketball games on. There'd be baseball, basketball, and golf kicking right now. And you'd be able to just chill at your pad and watch it. Or there's no sports still, but you're able to go out. So there's nothing on TV, but you could go play golf. You can go to the park. You can go to restaurants. I'd take that. I mean, ultimately, I'd take that.
I would tend to lean to agree with you on that one.
The funny thing is because these fools brought it up on a radio show, they were like, Gary was being honest. He's like, well, I mean, I'm a broadcaster, so to be able to get to watch sports and just sit at my house and do my job, that's a deal right there. I love it. I don't want it to stop.
Not to toot our own horn, but it's like, I mean, luckily me and you were really good at talking and being able just to, I mean, we didn't write a script for this one. Everything we've talked about has been off the cusp, So, I mean, but if you're, essentially a content writer or someone that bases their living off of live sports, right? Like, no one's paying us to cover any live sports, so we're not losing any money. But if you're a beat writer, right? Like, you're kind of losing money right now in a sense because you're not writing about anything.
Well,
you're doing what we're doing, and that's just creating content.
Our boy Brooks, he brought up a good point, which is that ultimately, and not just for sports, but for life in general, to proceed at normal, nobody knows, really. They're unable to give any timeline. And, nobody should be making decisions like it. I've mentioned this before already, even on this show. Like, it doesn't, I don't know why people are trying to set dates. Like, we're going to get the season started by this date, and we're going to have this many games so that we're able to finish the season. We'll give a little, cushion They don't know if they're going to be able to start by that date. Nobody knows yet.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been checking the numbers, bro. I gave up on checking the death toll every day. It got depressing. But do you know, is the curve starting to...
They said this next couple of weeks is going to be the worst of it.
They said that 2 weeks ago.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's a problem.
I see the numbers. I hear this. I hear that. I just try to do my part and do what I can. Not even just wash my hands, but just, hey, I go play hockey with my cousin, but we're not like hugging each other and playing 1-on-1 2 feet away from each other. Like we're passing. I've already explained it. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you just got to do your part. That's just it. I'll tell you what, on the golf level, they need to open the golf courses. In LA, they're doing it. Reserve your tee time. Not everyone's going to want to go out, one at a time if they have to. And if you have to, like they're doing in Colorado and Arizona, one person to a cart. Force them, one person to a cart. That's all you can do. So.
Yeah, man. It's time. It's time. Can you imagine how good it would feel? Just imagine. Just think about it. Holding your driver. And just looking at the ball. Looking to your left. It's just like waggle, little wiggle, little waggle, whatever your method is, whatever your routine is. Take a deep breath. Release. Just fucking crush one.
That thought has crossed my mind playing WGT or whatever.
Sound, the feel, the touch of cotton. It's the fabric of our lives.
It really, and shout out to my mom. She kind of hit the nail on the head today when she, we talked today and she was like, hey, the show's been great, whatever, but you guys sound really bummed that the Masters is done. You're not golfing. And it's like, it's kind of a true statement, man.
I got one more bad news for your mom then.
What's that?
Because after we'll do this, you just made me aware that there's, we need to spread more positivity. But there's, this is a bad time. Bad things happening. Cincinnati Bearcats college program, golf sports program. They're pretty prestigious when it comes to, their other sports. Could you give me just a little half a fucking thumb? And they canceled their soccer program completely. Really? And it's a direct result of the funding.
Direct result of Cleveland?
Think from whatever, it's a direct result of being in Ohio. Sorry, no disrespect, Scotty. Scotty Too Hotty in OH10. Shout out. But yeah, that's, what are you going to do, man? This is the problem is the reason why I bring this up and why it's negative is this is a sign of things to come. I think, man. I think this is going to happen more and more because these programs, dude, it's crazy how business is affected from banks being shut down. My work is starting to get some orders in because I think people are a little desperate and anxious, so they're ordering stuff, which hopefully that trend continues. But it's rough times, man.
How to sell?
It's rough times.
Speaking of Cleveland, real quick tidbit, skateboard world. If you haven't noticed, if you're a skateboard fan and whatever the fuck, on Vice, which we're all a fan of.
Oh yeah, it's where the king of the road is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Rick McCrank has a show where he basically just talks about abandos in the industry, abandoned whatever malls and
parking
buildings
lots,
and the history of it all. He did one on a mall recently that I just saw the other day, and I got a buddy, Ducky, shout out Ducky, loves malls. That's what he does. And
Ducky loves malls? I never knew that
malls.
about Ducky.
Yeah, he loves malls, and the malls are shut down. He has a big old thing right now with the boards up in front of Nordstrom's. But anyway, Rick McCrank has the thing, but at the end of it, they went through this mall, and these guys they made some great points, and if you check it out, it's really good. And but then it was in Cleveland.
I saw the one in Cleveland.
Shit, what do you know? It's Cleveland.
Yeah.
So it's just funny you brought that up because in my head I'm chuckling. I'm like, well,
not to go on too much of a rant, but the Amazon megalomaniac monster has corrupted the sales, industry for retail. Stores and malls, I mean, except for Marshalls and Ross, man, those places are always fucking cracking.
Yeah.
People can't wait for those shopping carts to get moved out of the glass doors and they storm in there and pick up some Kenneth Cole shit for 60% off. No, but I honestly, man, like the Amazon has destroyed the market for retail sales. So like skate shops, man. When I used to work at Thrasher, shout out to High Speed Productions, John Dujmovic. Glad you got my Pebble Beach shit. Glad you love that shit.
Thrasher, huge
Shout
supporters.
out to Thrasher,
huge supporters of the show.
Yes. But yeah, anyways, man.
Big golfers.
Yeah.
Big golfers.
What the hell was I saying?
John Thrasher.
No, yeah. When I worked at Thrasher, like it was crazy to start to see the decline of sales from skate shops and to see these skate shops start closing left and right. And like even Rick, dude. Shout out to Rick, my boss. I mean, like, it was basically like starting to happen right when I was working there in 2012 or 13 or whenever that was. But Amazon eventually just made it impossible for little shops, mom and pop shops. And all skate shops are essentially mom and pop shops. They're family owned usually. And they don't all take off like fucking Supreme.
Now more than
and
ever
Huff.
too, though, dude.
And even ones like Atlas and San Mateo that are doing pretty well. They barely, I mean, like, they got to sell their shit for fully marked up, total top tier prices just to stay alive. You know, Supreme's a crazy story because that's a skate shop that started in 1994 by some dude who's now worth,
whatever, yeah.
some $100 million, $400 million. Dude. Crazy. For a skate shop.
It's crazy, too, with Amazon, too. Like, if you buy, like, skate stuff, if you're smart as a skate shop, a music shop, you have an Amazon link. Yeah. I mean, you can do the in-house stuff where you just ship it straight through. But if you have an Amazon link laced to your warehouse, your internet warehouse, you're golden, dude. Because I ordered some bearings and some other things this week, and some music parts that came from a music shop, but they're just operating just their online service. So it wasn't just like I just got it from Amazon and some random guy. It was like it's
through
came
them.
From a store, but it went through Amazon, and that's great.
That's just a little more coin in Amazon's pocket, but at least it gives the shop.
At least the shop got to come in and get paid. Like if they're only paying one guy to just handle their online orders, at least that guy got to come in and get paid.
Well, it's the same in golf, man. I mean, Minky Miller, our boy Mark and his dad Bill. Shout out to the Minks. Like his shop geared for golf. If you don't remember, if you're from this area, they were a prominent shop in Campbell. Like right there, and they had tons of business. They would offer free lessons. That dude Steve was, and Paul Bayhouse.
Yeah, I remember Steve. Yeah,
it was Bill Mickey Miller and Paul Bayhouse, and they ran that shop well, man. That place was great. And eventually, they had nowhere to go but just close. And the only store you could rely on is Dick's or PGA Superstore.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there?
Now, yeah.
I said golf and tennis, but even though that got acquired by Dick's. Sports Authority, all those places, even Sports Authority, they tried to measure up with the other chains, and they just got kick rocks. Sports Authority, we got this.
Yeah,
Amazon's number one, anyways.
At a time with and at a time with Sports Authority too, you could buy some like Ben Hogan's or some Callaways or this or that too. At the same time, they had a huge selection there. I remember that.
Man, your mom's right, dude. We're just bum sauce, bro. We're just nothing but negativity.
It's a tough time for a golfer, a sport. I told her too. I was like, I told her about the Travis Ishikawa drop on our last show. If no one caught it, I shot it out.
Colin Morikawa.
But I said Travis Ishikawa. Which, to be fair, with all this back highlights from back in the day, and I'm watching all this stuff from a long time ago. And I woke up the other day when I told you that, and I was like, I heard a replay on the radio.
That's why. I got to ask you, if Travis Ishikawa does not hit that home run in 2012,
no, it's not
14,
not an issue.
Whatever, does he get brought up in your mind when you're trying to say Colin Morikawa? No.
100%.
No, you probably would have said you probably would have said fucking Dexter Fujimoto or something like that.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. No, dude. CJ Sabathia over before that,
Oh man.
Shout out Vital, Vallejo.
We covered it all. We covered it all today, bro. What?
Man, dude, yeah, we could do it, man. We're at your almost 41.
Here's what we need to do. This is starting to bug me, man.
What's up, dude?
I need to redesign all these portraits, man. They need to be.
Do it. This one's got to stay. It's kind of the center.
The symmetry is not here. It's good. These are all good portraits. They need. But this drywall is kind of funky, bro. I'm afraid
Not my
like
fault.
the garage is gonna collapse on
Not
us
my
or
fault.
something.
But shout out to all the photos. Those are all mine. If anybody's wondering who took these photos, these are all for sale.
CMG photography. Go add CMG photography, bro.
Yeah. Instagram, ZMG Photos, ZMG Photography. Catch me at ZMG Images at Gmail if you need some bookings.
ZMG, Zebra Mary Ghost.
Yes. Everything's for sale except I would say the Pebble stuff. But I don't have any. Oh, I have a Spyglass photo up here, which is my favorite photo ever of Spyglass of 14, New Year's Eve. That is not for sale because Pebble will sue me.
This is a sleeper right here, bro. This is a sleeper. This is one of the best photos you ever taken, bro.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That is a Walton Lighthouse.
I mean, that's
just a boat leaving the harbor. One of my other favorite photos, actually, that's a photo of you over there doing a front board on a handrail. That is pitch black. I want. What's the skate park again? That one in
Sunnyvale.
That's Sunnyvale.
Lakeside, Lakewood, Lake Haven.
I think it's Lakewood. Yes.
Lakewood
or Lake Haven. But anyway, or Havenwood or something like
Sabathia.
that. I could tell you right now. But
yeah.
Anyway, at that time, that was a new camera.
Yep.
That was my first time back shooting stuff in a long time.
At night.
And it was at night. I just got a new flash that day. Yeah. And this guy was like, I'm going skating tonight. And I was like, I'll meet you there. And that's what I got. It's one flash. And it's you doing a front board. It's a beautiful fucking shot, man. That's like on skateboarding level, like photography wise, like it's a still shot. It's a front board. You can see the definition of your legs. Like I love that shot.
It's hard to really tell, but that's a slightly uphill rail. Just
oh yeah, it goes low to high for sure, for sure. And you can see the definition in the photo.
That's such a fun trick, man.
Front board's my favorite. Front board shoves. Back lips are my favorite just because of front boards.
Can we do when I heel front board shove on that? I got it.
That'll be beautiful. But photo wise, that's one of my favorite photos. And as far as hey, I hadn't been back in a while, and shitting on it, that was good. Yeah. One flash, did it up, manual mode. Always shoot raw manual, baby.
Raw manual.
That's what it is.
Raw doggy.
Well,
what else should we get at it? Let's get
out while it's hot.
Let's get at it.
We do have some stuff brewing. We got a lot of Pebble talk coming up. Our good buddy and I, Phil, we're talking about some stuff. Are we going to Pebble? If we do we switch up the whole schedule? Do we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? What do we do? Like you said, we're essential. That brings a whole nother factor. So we'll get into it. We'll get into it some more.
I got props for our props, bro. These keypads, these computers. We didn't even look at them throughout the entire show, did we?
We've been going raw dog.
They're just props,
These
bro.
whole ones, yeah.
They're just props.
Just to show the swoosh and the Adidas. And if you want to sponsor us, we're your guys.
Yeah.
We will rep you all day. My bass drum. My stick bag. I got a guy that'll stitch anything that I want. If Louis Vuitton sponsored us, we'd have all Louis Vuitton.
I got MVS down here somewhere.
That boy.
Yeah.
We are all MVS.
Shout out to Jordan. What's up, Jordan?
Big Riv.
Let's get, man.
God, golf.
It was such a beautiful day today,
dude,
bro.
We gotta do some. It was, dude, and that was tough today.
Was it?
No golf.
Is it just me? Is it hot? Was it like?
It was
really
75
hot
today. It was 75. And we're all ready for the cold, so you're in a long sleeve. I was in a sweater all day thinking it was going to be cold.
I thought I had malaria all fucking day.
My lady thought the heater was on all day. And I was like, no, it's just 75 out and kind of crazy.
1975.
Great band. Yeah. I watched a concert the other day live from O2. Everybody, let's fucking do it, dude.
Let's go.
Head down.
Good vibes. Like Roy Ayers.
Stay
Good
safe,
vibes.
everybody.
Yeah.
Happy Easter. Good vibes. Let's do it.
Bunnies and eggs.